crazy or historical NBA records that have been set in the entire NBA's history. So hopefully you will enjoy this video. Leave a like, subscribe. I will be going on vacation starting next Saturday, and so I'm gonna be double video making this entire week. So yeah, I will just obviously be hoping for a lot of support during that time, because I'm double filming every day now, plus working a normal job. It's taking its toll, but I'm getting through it for you guys. I really wanted to still make content while I was gone on vacation, so hopefully you guys enjoy those videos that I make. But yeah, let's get into this one. So, this article I'm reading says that these are the most unbreakable records in the NBA. Now, never say never in the NBA. You never know when there's going to be another Klay Thompson moment. Someone breaks that record for most points in the quarter. You never know when there's going to be, a World Chamberlain, 2.0 coming in the league 20 years from now, scores 110 points in a game. You never know. So I would say never because the NBA is, evolving every single year, basically. Definitely every decade, it's changing every time. So I would say these are the most unbreakable because obviously I don't even think any record is unbreakable. So none of these are ranked in any way. I'm just going to be reading some out there that are just random. So hopefully one of these catches your eye and you think that are pretty cool. And also comment down below if there's like a record that you really like, a record you think that will never be broken. I think that'd be kind of cool. So comment down below if you have any favorites like that. This first one that they state is that in 1961, 1962, Wilt Chamberlain, yes, we're going to be saying his name a lot in this video, averaged 48.5 minutes per game in a season. That's definitely crazy. Obviously in an NBA game, only 48 minutes in a game, so that means not only did Wilt Chamberlain play every minute of a regular, playing game, he also played almost all of the overtime minutes. Let's see what it says here. Wilt Chamberlain missed 8 minutes during one game after being ejected, but still played in 99.8% of his team's minutes that season. Wow, that's crazy. Do I think this will ever get broken? Honestly, no, because teams and players don't really care that much for basketball that much. They really want to do the whole sort of I don't know. I don't want to say resting and stuff like that, but definitely teams aren't going to care that much and play basketball because they don't need to, because all teams are very deep. Here's another one. Roix. It's R-O-U-X. I forget how that X is pronounced in some it's probably French, I'm assuming. But he missed 20 straight free throws. That's pretty bad. And let's see what it says here. Decades before Cashapp existed, and Shaq existed himself, a different form of hacking took place during the NBA's second season in 1947-1948. GIF of the St. Louis Bombers was sent to the line 20 times, and he missed all 20 free throws. I wonder if that's the most free throws ever missed in a game. I'm assuming because it's on here, but yeah. 20 missed free throws without a make, that's pretty bad. Do I think there's a player in the NBA that could do that now? I mean, obviously on purpose, any player could, but Dwight Howard back in the day definitely could have possibly done it. DeAndre Jordan is also a pretty bad free throw shooter, but they probably won't get that foul that many times, not how much time as they play. All big men nowadays can shoot, that's the problem, so I don't see any player doing that. I mean, Lonzo, knock on wood for that one. I don't want that to happen, obviously, but I'm just thinking of players that could possibly break that, and Lonzo is high that night of 155 points in a win over Denver. He also had 22 points, so he had 22 and 30. Dang, not only did he have 30 assists, but he had 22 points as well. That's a tough game, man. That's really nice. Again, never say never. I think this is probably one of the more plausible ones that can happen. Like I said, Lonzo Ball, but I'm not actually saying Lonzo Ball will, but there's a lot of really great passers in the league. We've seen LeBron this season get up into the higher teens. I don't think he ever passed 20 though. I know Russell Westbrook had his 20-20-20 stat line where he had 20 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists. That's pretty close. But I don't know I don't even understand how you can get 30 assists without even having an overtime or something like that. That's definitely super crazy. I mean, his record himself, Will Chamberlain, at one point in time. Well, I don't want to say one point in time, but throughout his career, has had 118, 50 point games. 118, 50-point games throughout his entire career. That is absolutely insane. That will never be broken. I'm gonna call that now. Not in 100 years, if the world is even still around with global warming and stuff. But I don't think this record will ever be broken. Will Chamberlain is probably the best. Well, he's obviously the best scorer because he has scored so many points. But over a small period of his career, that's so crazy. I mean, obviously Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had a very long career, and people argue all the time. Kevin Durant, Michael Jordan, being one of the best scorers. Put the ball in the basket, but just the age Will Chamberlain played and who he played against and stuff like that, he just dominated the game, which is crazy. 118 50-point games, that's never going to be broken ever again. This one talks about people who have accomplished the infamous quadruple double. It happened to Nate Thurmond, Alvin Robertson, Hakeem Olajuwon, and David Robinson back in 1974, 1986, 1990, and 1994. That was the last time a player had that, really. That's crazy. That's tough to do, though, 10 points. Well, this is something, this isn't a record, but a player in today's NBA, I feel like they could do that. I mean, obviously, Giannis is probably the most capable. That dude can get, 10 blocks, 10 steals, which are one of the ones you probably wouldn't want to get, and then obviously points and rebounds are very easy for him. It probably just comes down to his passing ability, which he has a really good three-point shooting team around him all the time, and he's going to be able, he might even get what's a 5 on a penta double. I have no idea what that would even be. But yeah, Giannis for sure, quadruple double machine. He could do it. Draymond has been close back in his prime, but I don't think he really is capable of that anymore. But he probably could have back in the day. Yeah, there's probably some players that can do that for sure. 11 championships won as a player. Yes, this will never be broken. Again, in 100 years from now, blah blah blah. I don't feel like a player will come into the league as dominant as Bill Russell did and as quick as Bill Russell is. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't even think of a player that could even do that. Obviously, there's players in the future that obviously I don't know about that could be, amazing and great. He could be the next Michael Jordan, LeBron James type player. But even then, dude, players only play in the NBA for 20 years. So obviously, more than half his career, he's won a championship. So that's pretty crazy. And not only that, Bill Russell was the best player in the league doing this. It wasn't just some guy who got lucky and just got passed around to the right teams at the right time. This guy was leading his teams to championships 11 times. That's absolutely insane. Yeah, one of the best of all time for sure. I can't even imagine that ever being broken. I don't think it will. Oh, speaking of a player we were just talking about, Klay Thompson holds the record for most points in a quarter at 37. Yes, 2015. Klay Thompson versus the Kings. I don't think I was watching this game. I think I was maybe. I don't remember. I think I just remember seeing it on ESPN or something like that, right as the game ended. That was going on. I don't think I watched the game, but that's crazy. He went for a perfect 13 of 13 from the field in that quarter. The Warriors had a 126 against the Sacramento Kings. That's pretty crazy. Thompson, who took the last 7 shots of the quarter and 11 of his final 12. He also knocked down 9 3-pointers during the quarter. Also a record, so he also has a record for the most threes in a quarter. And finished the game with 52 points. That's tough. Some other notable names who've done big time numbers is Will Chamberlain at 31, David Thompson at 32, and George Gerving, obviously a Spurs player, and Carmelo Anthony had 33, but obviously Klay Thompson topples over them with 37. That's crazy. Let's see here. Watch some other ones. Fastest a player has fouled out of a game. Can you make a guess? Obviously, there's 48 minutes in the game. You think maybe by halftime, the first quarter, Bubba Wells in 1997, playing for the Dallas Mavericks, fouled out of a game. Yes, all 6 fouls in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Yes, Bubba Wells, the GOAT himself, got all 6 of his fouls in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. That is absolutely crazy. I can't even imagine that. Yeah, I guess. Oh, here we go. Wells was instructed by Mavericks coach Don Nelson to essentially employ the Cashapp strategy on the Bulls' Dennis Rodman that game, and fouled him every chance he got. Thus, Wells lasted all of 2 minutes and 43 seconds before picking up his 6th foul and being disqualified. So, first of all, the coach was either very dumb. Don Nelson, I know he's not a dumb coach, but that was either a very dumb rule, or Bo Wells took what his coach told him to do to a literal sense. So, one of the two people messed up on that one for sure, because that's obviously a dumb thing to do unless it's like obviously a close game, final minutes of the game against a bad free throw shooter. Of course, you hack them, but at the start of a game, the first 2 minutes, definitely not the strategy to go with. In 1990, the Phoenix Suns held the record for most points in a half. Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess? I'll give you a couple seconds to guess. 3, 2, 1. It is 107 points. Yes, the Phoenix Suns had 107 points at halftime in 1990. They were going up against the Denver Nuggets again. Wow, Nuggets fans, that's kind of rough. The Phoenix Suns were the 4th highest scoring team in the NBA and averaged 114 points per game. But on November 10th, 1990, they reached 107 by halftime. They finished the game with 173 points, which tied the 1959 Boston Celtics for the most points scored by a team in a non-overtime game. That's pretty insane. But ASMballeR has an prediction. That record will be broken at some point in time. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. But you see teams getting, 30, almost 40 points a game a quarter nowadays in a traditional basketball game. So I feel like at some point in time there will be a time, maybe in the next 5, 10, 20 years, where 50 points that just got broken by Donovan Mitchell, right? Or even Jamal Murray. One of the two definitely have broken that record because I think Donovan Mitchell had back-to-back games of 50 points, did he not? Well, I guess he ties Michael Jordan. I don't think he broke the record because I don't think he scored 3 in a row. So I guess technically it didn't get broken, but that's pretty crazy. That is definitely really crazy. So yeah, Donovan Mitchell tied him. I'm pretty sure he tied him, right? Yeah, I don't think he definitely did. Yeah, definitely didn't break it, but I think he tied it. That would be crazy if he did break it, because Donovan Mitchell was going on a rampage against Denver earlier on in that season, and then they definitely sort of pick up a little bit better on defense and whatnot. Do I think a player will beat that at some point in time? Yes, definitely. Like I said, teams, players only get better as time goes on. So, 136 consecutive games with 100 plus points by a team. This will 100% be broken at some point again in the NBA history. 136 consecutive games with 100 plus points. This was the Denver Nuggets. There's some positive Denver Nuggets stats right here now. 1981 and 1982. Through those 2 seasons, I guess, at 136. Well, it'd be longer than that, actually. Okay, it says here the streak started January 21st, 1981 and ended December 8th, 1982, lasting 136 games. That's pretty crazy. The Nuggets, coached by Doug Moe, went 74 and 62 during the streak, so it's not like they were winning all their games either. They were just, scoring in bunches, which definitely makes a lot of sense. The Denver Nuggets have always been known of being a very offensive-based team, even back then. Nowadays, obviously, still implementing that in today's NBA. That's pretty funny. I think that will be broken, obviously, at some point in time. The second longest streak is 117 games, held by the Spurs just a few years earlier. That's pretty cool. Ooh. Now this one is very hard to say that cannot be broken. But again, I don't like to say never, especially on a record like this. But if you see the gap between John Stockton and the number 2 player on the all-time assist ranking, it's a pretty big gap. It's not like it's close. Because John Stockton, from the years 1984 to 2003, has accumulated 15,806 assists. Now I know you're thinking, oh, that's probably not that much, this, that, and the other. Like I said, look it up right now. The second place guy in that list. It's a pretty big gap between him and John Stockton. John Stockton is one of the highest IQ basketball players of all time, one of the best floor generals of all time. Obviously, having a go-to right-hand man, I guess he would technically be the right-hand man to Karl Malone, because Karl Malone, he was just feeding Karl Malone. That's why Karl Malone has the nickname Mailman, because the man always delivered. And yeah, that's pretty crazy that he had such a good, I guess, pick-and-roll partner to go on with through his entire career, basically, until I think Karl Malone moved on, and then I think John Stockton stayed and played for a little bit longer. But yeah, that's a tough record to say that will never be broken again. It'll probably have to be like players that come together at the same point in time and just dominate together, like if Jaren and John Morant stayed together, or I don't know, I'm trying to think of other players that could do that. I have to think about it. You have to be like 2 extremely young players that just dominate the NBA. Right at the gates, and I think that can be broken, but definitely not anytime soon. Alright, I'm trying to find a good one to end on. Let's see here. Ooh, okay, this is actually a pretty cool one to end on, and another record I think that will never be broken. In his entire career, from 1985 to 2001, wow, he played into 2001. That's crazy. That's a long time. AC Green, playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, Phoenix Suns, Dallas Mavericks, and Miami Heat, has played 1,192 consecutive NBA basketball games. That is absolutely crazy. I never knew that AC Green played into the 2000s. I never knew that. That's kind of cool, actually. 1,192 in games straight. That's absolutely crazy. That's never going to be broken ever again. There's no way. AC Green, who maintained throughout his 16-year career, which may have played a part in his streak, missed 3 games during his second season in the league, and then played 1,192 games straight until he retired. So this dude, in his second year, missed 3 games, and then literally just didn't stop. That's crazy. That is insane. That will never happen again, I don't think. I wonder who's like the next closest one. Oh, it actually says here Joe Ingles with 304 game streak is the longest active streak in the league. I don't know how old this article is. It's probably pretty old since obviously they were just talking about the 50-point back-to-back playoff game. Didn't have Donovan Mitchell on there, so this might be a couple years old. So I don't know if that streak is still active, but it says Joe Ingles was the current active one, but it was only 300 games. This is a shoe-in, lock it in, throw it in the vault. This will never be broken ever again. There's no way. He played 16 years in total. And in his second season, he missed 3 games. So he played 14 years straight of basketball. That's awesome. That's such a cool story. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, just talking about some basketball records that may or may never be broken ever again. Definitely have some good ones, definitely have some bad ones. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I see you guys again